And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Just wrecking the bugs that are coming at us here. Okay, so we are continuing on with our Hodor action here. And as such, we want to make sure this goes according to plan. And I might still need something on here. See, it's only using... I want to see how many it loads. Yeah, see, it's storing 1,000 coal and 10 HECF, but I don't think it needs... I don't think it needs 10 to craft. I do think it needs 1,000 coal. Or maybe not. I'm at a loss. I thought it was going to be much more intense of a resource sink than it is. So let's get finally the Hodor working here. Now this is a major power hog. This needs 100,000 power just to work its magic. And part of this delay is because only one of these can be fired at a time. So this needs to fire, it needs to do its whole orbital thing, the orbital needs to land, it needs to do all of that before it fires again, otherwise you waste it. So we're going to put this here, put this as remove only, and then set this up to go in there. Okay, so it needs quite a lot of power, and I'm not really sure how much power I want to give it. I'm thinking here. Let's try. Let's research the next level of solar, because I don't have that researched yet. So let's go see what that's going to take. And then we got this like world loading thing going on, and I'm not sure what's caused it. I didn't really have it last series, so I'm thinking it's this system. This system is a real drag on resources, and I suspect that it's causing some world loading lag. Okay, so we need ultimate power grid, so I'm gonna go ahead and research that. We got lots and lots of power available to us, so I'm not concerned with power. It should finish relatively easily. Okay, so the next thing I want is I'm gonna 25 of those. I'm gonna make one battery, and we will worry about the Mark IIs in a second. Whoa. Okay, so in here, whoa. Okay, we're gonna need to build out come down here, finish this off. Whoops. Okay, so there's our power. Now we don't really have the solar done yet. I kind of want to get this started, at least so you can see the process. So organic solar we could do. I have 2 solar panels. Not that it would be very much. I want to do... Crafting. If I do a Mark II, I'm going to need 9 regular solar panels anyway. So let's just slap 9 solar panels on here. And then when the Mark IIs unlock, I can come in here, grab these, and actually create a Mark II. Let's go in here. And how is this doing? High octane fuel. Are you offloading? There it goes. Let's pull in this in. And you can see it's actually pulling some power, which is okay. It's kind of slow, which I guess is okay. But once we get that Mark II on there, we shouldn't be in too bad a shape. I'm not sure how many of the high octane fuel. Not sure how many of the high octane fuel it needs. I think it's quite a few. It's kind of why, you know, I set this up the way I did. Now, do any of these have high octane fuel in them? No, and no. Wow, that's kind of impressive. It's finding this hopper before it's finding these two hoppers, and that's okay. That's good for us. So yeah, I'm borrowing the fuel from this side because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one here, this vat is enough to keep this going. This is half the build that I did last series, and it itself is too much. I only need about 2 of these missile assemblers to keep up with all of this imbuing action going on here. And we've got quite a good system going. I've been sort of using the stingers as I get them, but I've been saving them a little bit for when we start charging OET. That way I can throw them in here and have them craft, just because when the OET starts charging, we will no longer have those reducers reducing our threat. So our threat right now, 12,100, that is actually maxed. Because if you take the 12,100 and you add it to the 7,900, you get 20,000 threat. And yeah, that's the max threat that you can get without agitators. So we are at max threat right now, and we're doing okay. We're doing just fine. But our reducers are helping us out in keeping that threat lower, and that will in turn make it so the bosses don't have nearly as much health as they would normally. Oh, we got quite a few. Look at that, 153 eyes, 253 blue eyes, 759 green eyes. And, you know, we got quite a lot of the chitin as well. So Spider Bro is doing his part. He's not upgraded. I do want to upgrade him. We've got plenty of refined liquid resin, so I think it's time to make some explosives. And if memory serves, we're going to need some lithium plates in order to do that. And these are 2,000 slot hoppers. I want to reduce that down. I don't need 2,000 slot hoppers right there. And we're just going to make 200 lithium plates. And let's go grab some lithium just to make sure we have some in stock. I'm just going to grab the 200 there and the 2,000 there, and that should be enough. So yeah, the explosives are, I believe, 32 lithium plates and some refined resin and maybe something else. Let's go to consumables. Chargeable explosives. Oh, Mark III power booster. Okay, so we're gonna need some Mark IIIs. Okay, we don't have any Mark IIIs, so let's get some Mark IIIs going. I'm gonna take that away. I'm gonna put a turntable right there. That'll give us some Mark IIIs for our chargeable explosives. Oh yeah, I've got to let that go. This is a little nano disintegrator setup that I made just to craft some, and because they're kind of tedious to craft because they use these power boosters, and these power boosters don't stack. So I just created this to give me 100 nano disintegrators whenever I need them. How is that research coming? research is 54% done. I'll say, well, I'll take this time to show you what I've been working on deep down into our world here. And let's get, first of all, this system up and running and kind of bug out of the area a little bit. See how far this is going. Oh, I almost made it. This is 27,000. So this might launch while we're down deep, which would be a shame. But there's not much we can do about that. Can't really sit here and stare at this for 10 minutes. So we're gonna go down. We'll get a chance to watch that launch here in a little bit. As soon as those Mark IIs are done, we will be able to charge that up a lot faster. So I'm gonna head down deep and show you what I've been working on. You know, before we just went down to the cold caves, and that was as far as we got. And so I've been working on going deeper because we're gonna need to go deeper. So getting down to the cold caves, you can see it's still excavated to the point it's always been. And now there's another shaft going down. And so now we can go down even further. Just continue the process of going down here. Very deep. These are all maxed out 256 lifts as well. So we're getting the maximum amount of distance. So here is the wonderful toxic caves. Just the beginning of the toxic caves. We're just at the top. So, you know, if we go down further, you can see kind of where our area is here, where we were kind of looking around, but we're going even deeper than that because I want to show you the whoa, I fell through the lift. That's nice, thank you. This is the greatest discovery of all time here. Okay, so this is the end of the line. And so here we have a glorious 9.6 million titanium. If we go over here, look at that. That is some nickel and titanium. This nickel is 18.5 million nickel. And then look at that, we've got one of our new T4 ores right there. I'm going to scan that. It's a pretty big chunk of it. And if we go over here, oh, look at this. There's some more nickel. How about this? Let's scan this one. So this is 5.5 million. And if I go over here, I colorize this just to make this faster. Here's another vein of that ore that's up there. If we come through here, we've got the other T4 ore right here. Okay, I wanted to scan those on camera, so that's why I kind of set this out. And then the absolutely jaw-dropping vein of ore that I discovered is over here. This here is unbelievable right here. Look at this vein of ore. I mean, it goes all the way down into here. There's this cave of nickel in here. And this maxes out the scan. So this thing is bigger than the 32,000 blocks that you are allowed to scan. So it's bigger than the 84 million vein size that is the max. So you can see 32,769. Well, it didn't scan any of these blocks up here. So this whole section here wasn't scanned. So that vein, I'm guessing, is probably tickling the 100 million nickel right there. So yeah, that is phenomenal vein, and we've got this huge chromium vein right here. This thing is massive. So we're gonna be loving this when the time comes. And if we run out of nickel, well, I know where I can get umpteen amounts of nickel. Plus there's gold and there's titanium. There's just tons of resources up here, and that is just fine by me. They're a little deep. We're at 750, what is 754? So yeah, we're a little deep. So I'm gonna cheat teleport up to the top just to reduce the loading times that we have to deal with. And where am I? Okay, there we go. Okay, well, looks like this thing launched, and we weren't around to see it because now we have reset it back. Now we're back up to 80 or 58,000, and we are still. Let's make sure we're not loading in. Okay, that's good. So how are we doing for research here? Let the world try to catch up with me here. This is a tough one. Oh, yeah, look at that. We're done. Okay, so if we zip on over here, I need to unlock those components. Oh, there's chromium and molybdenum. Awesome. So that should have unlocked Frozen Factory. Yep. All right, so the Mark II Solar and the Mark II Organic. Let's see what the components are for those. Power Gen. That is Crystal Clocks, and Mark II Organic is the Refined Liquid Resin. So we are good. I'm going to grab these. Whoa. There we go. And then I should be able to reach this thing. Okay, so we'll be on 1, 2, 3 of those, and then finally 1, 2, 3 of those. Awesome. So let's see how much power this thing pushes out with the Mark II Organic Solar. Let it initialize. 540 power per second. That's pretty good. Because I think 9, it was 22 and a half. So 22 and a half, that was 45. That was 90. That was 180. 202.5 power per second before, and now we're at 540 power per second. So yeah, this thing is cruising now. 540 power per second is nothing to sneeze at. I don't know why that saying is a thing, but yeah, nothing to sneeze at. So it won't take very long for this thing to actually charge itself up. How is this doing, by the way? This isn't doing too bad. It looks like it is staying. Oh, we've got plenty of power. This thing isn't even close to tapped out at all. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. And we are just about set. So there we go. And see the high octane fuel needed, 2,600. Every one of these is 100 of that fuel. See, 2,500. So yeah, it takes a lot of coal to launch these. So much coal. And I wish I knew where that first one landed. Otherwise I'd go out. But I plan on just letting this thing run and launch and do its thing. And while it's doing it, we can you know, let those Pandora's boxes build up around us as we attend to other things. And that's really the whole point. So yeah, this thing will launch when it is ready to go. So maybe we'll kick off the start of next episode with this thing launching. All right, well, that'll do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.